These are the video notes for volume, and volume is the 3D space inside of a figure. Or it's like the 3D space that a figure takes up. So if you imagine how much water it would take to fill up a shape, that's the total volume of the shape. Let's look at our first figure. It's a cylinder, and our formula for the volume is the base times the height, or the area of the base times the height. I'm actually going to annotate it here. So that capital B means area of the base, and the H is the height. To find the area of the base, that is this circle that's on the ground. That's the base. So we need to find the area of that circle. And we can use this formula here. Pi times radius squared. The radius is the distance from the center of the circle to the edge of the circle. We know that the distance all the way across the circle is 12 inches. That distance is the diameter. That's 12. The radius is half of that. So 12 divided by 2 is 6. So my radius is 6. The height is this distance here from the top to the bottom. So my height is 9. Putting it all together in our formula, volume equals area of the base. So that's going to be pi times radius squared, and pi is 3.14. That's what we can use for pi. So I need pi times radius squared. So 3.14 times the radius, which is 6. So times 6 squared, times the height, which is 9. Then I would put this into your calculator exactly like this. 3.14 times 6 squared times 9. And I'm going to get my calculator to do that now. You can do it along with me too. 3.14 times 6 squared times 9. It's 1017.36, and our units are inches. And because it's a three-dimensional space, they're going to be inches cubed for volume. Let's look at the next figure. It is a cone. The volume for a cone is 1/3 times the base area times the height. Looking at the figure, I know that the diameter all the way across the base, actually first let's identify the base. So this bottom circle, that's the base. I know that, and then the radius, which goes from the center of the circle to the edge, is going to be half of the diameter. So my radius is 3. My height, that's how tall it is. So from the ground to the top is 7, so my height is 7. So volume is going to be equal to 1/3 times the area of the base is a circle, so it's pi times radius squared, So pi is going to be 3.14. Radius is 3 squared. Height is 7. Put this whole string in your calculator. So for 1/3, you can do 1 divided by 3 times 3.14 for pi times 3 squared times 7. 65.94. Our units are millimeters. This is a three-dimensional space, so millimeters cubed. That's our volume. Last shape is a sphere. For the formula, it's going to be 4/3 times pi times the radius cubed, or the radius to the third power. Looking at our diagram, I know that the diameter all the way across, the diameter is 3. So my radius is half of my diameter, so I'm going to do 3 divided by 2. And you can leave that as a fraction, or if you want, you can turn that into a decimal. 3 divided by 2 is 1.5. So my radius is 1.5. Let's put that into our formula. Volume equals 4/3. So in your calculator, you can do 4/3 by doing 4 divided by 3 times pi. For pi, we're going to use 3.14 times our radius, which is 1.5, to the third power. Volume equals, and I'll put that in my calculator, 4 divided by 3 for 4/3 times 3.14 times 1.5 to the third power. My volume is 14.13. Our units are centimeters, and this is a 3D shape, so centimeters cubed.